Guys, Mike here, head trader, True Trading Group. September 5th, not the way that I wanted to start the month of September. Another red day for me. That's 2 red days back to back. I only made 1 trade today. In PRQR. It was an extremely frustrating trade, and this video is all about it's all about discipline in 2 sense of the word. I'm gonna go over with you discipline that has something to do with my video that I posted last night about how I made 2 mistakes, mainly, fighting the trend by trying to short TLRY yesterday, shorting at 72, covering at 76. Stock went to like 98 today, so it obviously was the right call to cover the position. But the discipline that I'm going to go through with you today is, even though I had a red day, I'm very happy with myself in the discipline that I was able to maintain. Okay, there was a moment in TLRY where the stock cracked, and it looked like it was going to roll over and looked like it was going to crash. I was tempted to short it, okay, at that moment, but I remained, disciplined. I stayed calm, and my own voice was in my head from my video yesterday when I was talking about, do not try to pick the precise moment the trend changes. Wait for that bearish candle to be put in on the daily chart. Attack the second or third move to the downside on TLRY. Don't try to catch that first break, because that's we haven't been getting the crack. You get like a downward action in TLRY. It's like, oh, is that it? Is that it? And then it just kind of bounces itself back. You're not getting the crack, the small moment, and then bang, you're not getting that in TLRY. You're just getting a down move, and then it just turns itself back higher. Down move, turns itself back higher, and you're squeezing shorts up to, almost $100 today. All right. So I'm very happy with the discipline I was able to show by not shorting that, and just remembering the video that I made last night and the lesson that I learned, and making sure that I implement that lesson that I learned and don't make the same mistake 2 days in a row. So I'm very happy with myself for maintaining that discipline. Now, the second form of discipline was I had a very specific game plan in PRQR. I think maybe I jumped the gun a little bit. I was a little too early with my entry. I did not give my game plan a chance to work itself out, and it worked out absolutely perfectly to the penny. And it's very frustrating that I ended up getting stopped out long PRQR early in the morning, and then see the stock explode later in the afternoon right from my watch list this morning. Okay, so it was a very, very frustrating day. I was frustrated in PRQR, and I was already frustrated from yesterday's day, and I shut it down. After 1 trade, I said, that's it, I'm done. I felt myself getting upset. I felt myself getting frustrated. And when you feel that way inside you, you got to know when to just cut it off and when to just take a break, because that's when you're dangerous. That's when you can hurt yourself. That's when you're trading with emotions. And my mind wasn't in it after that loss, after I got stopped out of PRQR. I was frustrated. I was annoyed. I was aggravated. So I just said, you know what, it's better off that I don't trade the rest of the day. And that's the second thing. That's the second example of discipline that I showed today. So this video is really all about discipline. Okay, another video where it's kind of more of a mental lesson, more so than it is a technical lesson. Because, if I started to revenge trade, today could have been a disaster. I scaled my position size back a little bit today after I took it on the chin yesterday on that TLRY play. So I don't have a big red day. I only had the 1 loss on PRQR. It was not a big loss, but nonetheless, I was still frustrated. Okay, because I had a very clear game plan. It didn't work. I got stopped out, but my game plan ended up working out anyway without me. So I was pissed. Okay, I was pissed. So I just, having the self-awareness to recognize that feeling and knowing when it's time to put the brakes, maybe step away from your computer, it's very important as a trader. And I felt that way today, and I stepped away. All right. So now let's get to the charts. Let's go over that TLRY short that I was talking about, or that crack that TLRY had. Okay, here was that crack. Okay, you see, we made a new high, sold off, couldn't get back above that previous high, and then collapsed and went red on the day. I was tempted to get short TLRY right in here once I saw VWAP was acting as resistance, but I didn't pull the trigger, and I was, that discipline ended up paying off because you can see the stock squeezed higher, and I would have taken another loss had I have gotten short. All right, now let's go to PRQR. Guys, PRQR was gapping up today. You have to go all the way out to a weekly chart to identify an area of support, and I was talking about $12. Okay, and in my pre-market, that's not it. Where are you? Okay, I was talking about $12 in my pre-market game plan. Here's that previous support. That was the gap fill. We were gapping above that level. So I said in my pre-market game plan, watch for $12 to hold support, watch for a pullback down to 12, and then watch for the stock to continue and push its way higher. Well, I did not wait for my own game plan. Oh, let me put that line back up there. All right. So now let's go out to the 3-minute chart. So here's your intraday chart. Guys, I got long right there a little early, and then I stopped out on a new low of the day right there, and then you can see the exact low of the day was $12. Right off my game plan, literally the low to the penny is $12, and then you see the stock ended up going all the way up to $17.50 in power hour. So very, very frustrating. I pulled the trigger too early. I should have been more patient with it, waited for that pullback to 12. I got excited off the open, and that's not something I usually do. I usually don't trade that quickly off the open. So right away, I knew that my mind wasn't really in it because I did something outside of my normal trading activity, my normal trading strategy, and I pulled the trigger really early and premature on that PRQR, and I paid the price for it. So very frustrating day, but this video is all about discipline and how important it is for you to maintain that discipline throughout your trading career. It'll help you guys in the long run tremendously. All right, so tomorrow, again, my position size, I'm going to keep it scaled back. I'm just going to focus on hitting a green day, getting a green day, hitting singles, not trying to make it all back at once, just going to chip away and try to get back on the right foot. All right, see you guys in chat tomorrow.